Aloha. This video is a response to propaganda techniques. You asked a question to Jehovah's Witnesses. I'm not a Jehovah's Witness. I'm a Christian, and but you said anyone that profess Bible beliefs. I believe in the Bible, and I know the Bible is not contradicting. You asked the question, where did the serpent deceive Eve? And you got it from Genesis chapter 3, where the serpent said, "You," verse 5, "you will not, your eyes will be open, and you see good and evil. You will know good and evil." And you asked many questions, but I want to try to maybe answer two for now. But the first question was, where did the serpent deceive Eve? The serpent deceived Eve in the first verse. Let me read them. The serpent was the shrewdest of all the wild animals the Lord God had made. One day he asked the woman, listen to this, did God really say, you must not eat the fruit from any of the trees of the garden? The key word there was, did God really say? Did God really? Now, let me ask you, have you ever answered a mathematical problem, maybe 5 plus 5? Yeah, 10. And somebody turn and go, are you sure? I mean, I know that's a simple question, 5 plus 5. But what about 95 times 95? And you give the answer, 90/25. And then that's the answer, but then they turn and go, are you sure? And then you question yourself, well, let me get a calculator. It don't have to be a math problem. Any question at all where they question you. That's the deception part. That's where he deceived, and the deception part where Eve had to double check herself. Well, he said that we can eat any tree in the garden, but the tree of good and evil, we cannot eat them, and we cannot touch them. Well, God didn't say they cannot touch them. In chapter 2, you will see that. God didn't say that they couldn't touch them. He just said, don't eat the fruit. And that's the first question. The second question was, did they know, well, this was the third question you asked. Did they know they was doing bad when they ate? I would say yes. They knew. How they knew? They knew, they had it in them to know pretty much everything, because God gave them He gave them a will, and He said to them, do not. The problem what happened with Eve was she disobeyed the do not. Disobedience will lead to death, or will lead to punishment. Let's say your child. You tell your child, don't touch the stove when it's hot. But they play around and touch the stove. They burn their hand. They disobeyed and they got punished for it. You ask, did they die? The answer is yes. They did die. Adam lived for 930 years and he died. Physically they died. They're not here today. But there was also a spiritual death, not kicking them out of the garden. That wasn't the death. The spiritual death was the separation because of the sin. Remember now, in verse 7, 6 and 7, if you read the last sentence in verse 6, then she gave some to her husband who was with her, and he ate. But verse 7, you got to hear real good. At that moment, their eyes were open, and they suddenly felt shame at their nakedness. The nakedness represented sin, their sin. They seen themselves naked. Now, they was naked all the time. How come they never sinned back then? Why? Because they were still connected to God. Never have sin in them yet. But when she ate the fruit, they disconnected themselves from God. So at that moment, spiritually, they was dead. And that's why Jesus came, to reconnect us to God. His death made us a bridge where man can now connect to God. I hope that answered your question. Leave me a comment, man. Maybe we can chat, talk